Well, most of the wildfires we've been telling you about over the past few weeks were mostly in rural places, but not today. Today in Mount Pleasant, people saw smoke very close to their homes. Our Charleston Clark was there when firefighters actually got a call today.
Yeah, hey Katie, gusty winds and dry conditions, just two of the conditions, the factors that can fuel these fires and spread them. Now, we did follow the Onondaga McClellanville Fire Department as crews continue to battle these fires right here in Mount Pleasant. Nathan Bennett didn't expect to see this when he looked out his kitchen window this afternoon.
Looked out our kitchen window and just saw the ground fire, and it was coming this way. The wind was pushing this way, so just came out here and started wetting everything down as fast as we could.
Julia Weber moved here from Colorado last year. She's seen the devastation of major wildfires. She was scared to see the fires so close to townhomes on Crystal Drive.
That's a terrifying thought because most people are at work and pets at home and don't have the chance to evacuate.
Unattended burning trash caused today's fire. It took firefighters 10 to 15 minutes to put it out. We were at the fire station when they got the call. The 10th since Friday.
Everything is so dry, and this is what we talk about, the urban interface, where unoccupied land meets occupied land. And so this is one of those areas where there's a lot of dead brush. This is basically fuel. And with this wind blowing today, it's so dry, this is what happens. And you can see behind me, these townhomes, if this fire extends, it's then threatening the townhomes, it's threatening these vehicles. So, us with our mutual aid partners with Mount Pleasant Fire, we're able to get all this stuff under control and make sure we don't have any problems.
A Forestry Commission red flag fire alert is in effect statewide, discouraging people from burning outside. According to the South Carolina Forestry Commission, between Thursday and Saturday, more than 100 wildfires were recorded.
The largest was 50 acres. That was in off of Dupree Road in McClellanville. Most of them have been smaller, mainly probably about 1 to 3 acres.
With several days of rain in the forecast, fire crews are hopeful that rain will help control these fires some. But in the meantime, these gusty winds can easily carry flames and embers. So make sure you try not to burn anything outdoors for the time being.
That it was inadequate. That they had not been complaining, but still it was inadequate. So we are here to rectify that today.
South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster says he wants to increase the pay for state law enforcement officers. He and other lawmakers are working to address what they call inadequate pay with new legislation. But the question tonight remains, how will that impact the ranks of local officers if the state acts? The local leaders at this point are unable to adjust pay. ABC 15's Andrew James takes a closer look. He joins us now live in the studio with more on that. Andrew.
Well, Jen, here's a clear visual of the disparity of the proposed pay changes and opposed to those agencies. Most agencies in our area, they pay about $40,000 starting out. You see Conway at the lower part of that scale there, roughly $37,500. If those stay the same and the state raised its pay, you see slide from $38,000 almost to $50,000, you could see a 5-figure gap between working for the state rather than staying local. The cause?
We extensively and comprehensively measured the pay of our officers and found in many cases that it was inadequate.
And the forecasted effect.
The proposed investment in state law enforcement personnel would be extremely impactful and would pay dividends for years to come.
But would a pitch to give pay raises to state-level police leave local agencies scrambling?
Their same problem is our problem.
Conway Police Chief Dale Long says they have more active officers than ever before, but it's been hard to fill their 5 open positions. Hiring, like in other industries, has been a slow process since the pandemic began.
They're all facing the same stress I am, just trying to get, I would love to have more applicants put in than we have vacancies.
Now, state lawmakers want to give state-level police a pay bump, possibly $10,000 more compared to what Conway city officials offer entry-level officers. The same disparity could be the case for deputies 1 county over.
Does it concern you at all, though, that it could take folks away from your department?
There's always a concern. We just need to do a better job of, everybody uses the word recruitment. I'm kind of tired of that word. The word now is attraction. We're trying to attract people to the Sheriff's Office in Georgetown.
Outside of the state budget, a new police pay report suggests that all certified Class 1 officers receive a starting pay of $43,500. It's a number that top cops around the area are paying attention to and hope those who hold the purse strings locally do the same. Now, the issue of police pay is also a top topic in Myrtle Beach. A city spokesperson tells me they are finalizing a compensation study for all city positions that should include salary raises for employees, including Myrtle Beach Police.
People all around the world are booking Airbnbs in Ukraine, but they never plan on checking in.
News 13's Anjali Patel explains how it's one way to get help directly to those who need it.
Airbnb has waived guest and host fees in Ukraine, and people are taking advantage of it. Not for vacation, but instead a donation. Sitting in her home in the peaceful mountains of Henderson County, Ukraine feels like a world away for Missy Smith.
But yet you're all still in the same world. You know, we're all human. We're all crying for the Ukrainian people.
She's got a 3-day, 2-night getaway booked in Kyiv.
Look how beautiful it is.
But she's not going. At least not right now.
I'm so caught up in, watching it and reading about it. And I thought, what's a direct way that I can help directly?
She's one of many people all over the world reserving Airbnbs there. They're essentially donating whatever they paid for the reservation to their hosts who are stuck in the middle of conflict. A spokesperson for Airbnb says on March 2nd and 3rd alone, more than 61,000 nights were booked in Ukraine, raising over $2 million for hosts there.
It was a great way to make sure the money goes directly to a citizen of Kyiv that I know would need it.
When Smith made her reservation, she sent a message to the host, telling them the world is behind them.
I cried. I cried when I read the response.
The host detailed the violence and destruction, saying their family hasn't had electricity for 8 days and that many are hiding in their basements. They thanked Smith for her support, even offering her a free stay when this nightmare is finally over.
I'm all for that. Yeah, I think that would be wonderful. I would love it.
She hopes Ukraine will prevail and that someday she'll be able to take them up on that offer. Now, Smith also booked a bike excursion in Kyiv as another way of getting money directly to people who need it there.